Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. This is the hearing for the monthly hearing for the City of Tempe hearing officer. My name's Vanessa McDonald, and I'll be conducting the hearing this afternoon. I'm going to read something into the record, the procedures for the hearing officer matters, and then we'll go ahead and jump into our pretty brief agenda this afternoon. The City of Tempe hearing officer is authorized by Arizona Revised Statutes and the City of Tempe Zoning and Development Code. The hearing officer is granted the authority to conduct public hearings to decide upon the abatement of code violations occurring on properties within the city. These violations include deteriorated pools, structures, or landscaping, storage of junk or refuse, and inoperable or unregistered vehicles. Abatement actions are brought before the hearing officer by the city's Code Compliance Division, typically after numerous attempts at contacting the property owner to obtain voluntary compliance with the code. The hearing officer may issue an order directing the owner, occupant, property manager, or other responsible person to remediate a code violation, or may authorize the city to abate the property to correct the violation. The cost of the abatement is the responsibility of the owner of the property where the violation occurs and will be collected as an assessment against the property in violation of the code. On today's agenda, we have 4 items. We have a set of minutes from February 4th, 2025, and 3 property abatements. Any property owner who is aggrieved by a decision of the hearing officer may file an appeal within 14 calendar days after the hearing officer has made a decision. The deadline for appealing any decision rendered today is 3 p.m. on April 1st, 2025. Appeals are heard by the Board of Adjustment, after which they may also be appealed to Superior Court. A property owner has 14 days after the hearing officer's decision to either file an appeal or bring the property into code compliance. If an appeal isn't filed or the property isn't brought into compliance within this required 14-day time frame, the property will be abated by the city. Joining me this afternoon and helping to organize this hearing to my left are Sean DeFara and Drew Yoakum from Community Development. Thanks for being here, you guys. As I mentioned before, our agenda is pretty brief. The first item is a set of minutes from February 4th, 2025. I had a chance to review those minutes when they were sent to me in my packet, and I believe they accurately reflect what took place at that hearing, so I'm going to approve the minutes from February 4th, 2025. Next item on the agenda is agenda item number 2. This is a request for approval to abate public nuisance items at the Ehrlich property. This property is located at 406 West Hermosa Drive. The applicant is the City of Tempe, represented this afternoon by Code Inspector Sammy Baptiste. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Madam Hearing Officer. My name is Sammy Baptiste, and I am a Code Inspector with the City of Tempe Code Compliance Division. I'm here this evening to request a 180-day open abatement for the property located at 406 West Hermosa Drive, Tempe, Arizona, 85282. This case was initiated on April 30th, 2024 by a public complaint for the violation of deteriorated landscape consisting of overheight grass and weeds in the front yard and driveway areas. On this day, an initial inspection was conducted and the violation was confirmed at that time. A first notice was issued and mailed to the homeowner, Stephen Ehrlich, at the property address. From then on, multiple re-inspections were conducted with some progress made. However, the leftover debris and remaining issues had not been solved. On July 23rd, 2024, a citation was issued to the homeowner and pictures were taken this day. On August 7th and August 21st of 2024, the owner failed to appear for court. During multiple re-inspections, I observed junk, trash, and debris accumulating in the carport, in the alley, as well as receiving multiple complaints for overheight grass and weeds in the backyard, alley, and a deteriorated pool. Throughout this case, multiple attempts to contact the owner have been made. Also, multiple pink placards have been posted to the residents. However, no contact has been made throughout this case. As of this morning, all violations remain. As you will see in the photos, it does not appear that the owner has made any progress. And Madam Hearing Officer, I'd like to present some photos.
Thank you. The ones I have in my packet are dated February 10th. And
Yes, and I took some this morning.
okay, thank you.
So as you can see here, Madam Hearing Officer, this first photo shows some small pool of water here, and that could lead to accumulation of mosquitoes. So that can definitely be a hazard.
Especially since it's warming up.
Yes, for sure, for sure. This next photo is a picture of the front yard, Madam Hearing Officer. You had some weeds and leftover dead weeds along the front there. That's just another view of that. Madam Hearing Officer, this is a view from the west side of the property. I just show some more dead weeds in the gravel landscape area. Again, on the far west side of the property, Madam Hearing Officer, some more overhigh weeds.
Hey,
A lot
Inspector
of it's
Batiste,
mostly dead.
can you raise the photo up a little bit higher? There we go. Perfect.
Thank you. Okay.
This is taken from the alley. This is the far west side of the wall. It shows some vegetation and some, pile of debris there. And further down, moving eastward, some more pile of debris along the alley wall there. And we also have some graffiti, Madam Hearing Officer, as of this morning, and some more debris.
And it is the case here in Tempe, people are responsible to maintain all along the fence wall of the alley, correct?
Yes, madam, yes.
Yeah.
All along the fence wall up to the center of the alley,
Okay.
and vice versa for the other side. Here's a picture of in the backyard, Madam Hearing Officer. You have some pet feces in the back. There had been previous complaints of an odor. I didn't smell an odor this morning, but I did see some feces
Yeah,
present there and
there's
some more dead weeds in the backyard. This is kind of more of a wider view of the backyard with some dead weeds. And as stated before, Madam Hearing Officer, just seeking a 180-day open abatement for the violations that you've seen in the pictures for the Tempe Nuisance Code, junk, trash, and debris, animal waste, deteriorated landscaping, and deteriorated pool at the property at 406 West Hermosa Drive in Tempe. Thank you, Madam Hearing Officer.
Thank you. Well, I mean, the pictures speak for themselves. The one good thing this property has is they do have a pool fence. So that is a good, responsible thing in light of the other condition of the property. Well, as you noted in your report, this has been going on since April of last year. So we're coming up on the 1-year mark. So I believe that this property owner has been given ample opportunity to either respond to your notices, to try and remediate the property, and it doesn't sound like he's done any of that. Do we have anyone on the line wanting to speak on this?
Madam Hearing Officer, no one online.
Okay, I'll make a note for the record. There is no one here in the audience, I believe, that wants to speak on this matter. Gentlemen in the background, you're not wishing to speak, correct? Okay, thank you. So yeah, no one here to, and more importantly, the property owner is not here to talk about the condition of the property. So therefore, given the state of the property, the long history of communication and lack of responsiveness on the part of the property owner, I will approve your 180-day open abatement request contained in CE 243277. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is agenda item number 3. This is a request for approval to abate public nuisance items at the Garduno property. This property is located at 1953 East Meadow Drive. The applicant is the City of Tempe, represented this afternoon by Code Inspector Anna Shoren?
Shuren.
Shuren.
Yep.
Great. Thank
Good
you.
evening, Madam Hearing Officer. My name is Anna Churin, and I'm a Code Compliance Supervisor with the City of Tempe Code Compliance Division. I am here this evening to request a 180-day open abatement for the property located at 1953 East Meadow Drive in Tempe, Arizona. This case was initiated on September 23rd of 2024 via a public complaint for the violations of deteriorated landscape consisting of several dirt areas in the landscape, over high grass and weeds in the front, side, backyards, and in the alley, dead portions of trees and bushes throughout the property. Inspections conducted on the property on September 24th, November 7th, and November 25th of 2024. During all those inspections, the violations remained present. Notices were sent to the property owner identified as Monica Garduno. The notices indicated the violations, the remedies, and contact information for the inspector. On November 25th of 2024, a pink notice was also posted to the property. On December 9th, 2024, a citation was issued for the deteriorated landscape and uncultivated weeds. On January 6, 2025, the property owner pled responsible and paid the fines. On February 6, 2025, a notice was posted of intent to abate the property and mailed to the property owner. I would like now to present photographs that were taken this morning of the this afternoon of the existing violations.
Okay.
Okay, Madam Hearing Officer, this is the street frontage on the north side of the property where you're looking at the front of the house. From here, you can see the entire front yard with over high grass and dead, deteriorated landscape, as well as you'll see in the backyard, the highest tree there is dead as well.
Okay.
And this is a view from the street frontage of the front house, where you can just see a closer view of the deteriorated front yard landscape with some over high grass and weeds and then missing grass.
Thank you for this view. The other one was so far away. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
doesn't look bad.
No problem. This is also from the street frontage, where you can see on the west side of the house a dead bush. I'll move the picture up in a second. I just wanted you to see the date and time.
Okay.
This is from the alley, where you can see over high grass and weeds. Continuing on the south side of the property with a view from the alley, you're able to see into the backyard more dead trees and landscape. This photo will demonstrate the same. More dead trees and landscape, also some dead vegetation or grass and weeds right here by the bushes. And this last photo will give you the full view from the backyard in the alley, where you can see the two large dead trees that still have not been removed. Also, sorry, getting my orientation here, the grass and weeds and the deteriorated landscape of the backyard.
And I understand this abatement is limited just to the landscaping issues?
Correct.
On the property? Okay. No junk, trash, and debris for this particular?
At this time, no. We are addressing that with the property owner, and then if needed, if it doesn't come into compliance, we'll move forward with an abatement for the junk, trash, and debris as well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Just wanted to make that clarification. Well, thank you for the presentation. Mr. DeFara, is anyone on the phone wanting to speak?
Madam Hearing Officer, no one online.
Okay, thank you. I'll make the same note I made in the last case. There's no one here in the chamber wanting to speak on this agenda item. So again, a picture speaks 1,000 words, right? Your pictures were current as of this morning. The property has only continued to deteriorate. It's only been, 6 months or so, but nevertheless, they haven't responded. Well, they pled guilty in court.
Correct.
So they understand that there are issues, but haven't done anything to remediate the property. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and approve your 180-day open abatement request for the property at 1953 East Meadow Drive, contained in CE 246847. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Hearing Officer.
And the last item on our agenda this afternoon is a request to abate public nuisance items at the Yanez property. This property is located at 2117 East Howe Avenue. The applicant is City of Tempe Code Compliance, represented this afternoon by Inspector Andres Lara Reyes.
Good evening, Madam Hearing Officer. My name is Andres Lara Reyes. I'm a Code Compliance Inspector with the City of Tempe Code Compliance Division. I'm here this evening to request an 180-day open abatement for the property located at 2117 East Howell Avenue, Tempe, Arizona, 85281. This case was initiated by the public complaint on May 18 of 2023 for trash, litter, and debris.
Excuse me, did you say 2023?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is the second 180-day open abatement that we're requesting in the past 2 years. I have issued 5 notices and 3 citations to the owner, but I believe the owner of the property is deceased.
Okay.
I have spoken to the grandson at least on a couple of occasions over the phone and in person, and have reviewed the violations with him at the property, but they have not bring it into compliance. The last cleanup abatement for this property was conducted on July 18, 2024. That was from the first approved 180-day abatement. On August 4th, 2024, I visited the property. The front and the backyard remained clean. November 14, 2024, the property was inspected by our office, and it was determined that a small amount of cleanup was done in the backyard to remove the accumulated trash, litter, and debris. On January 7, 2025, the property was inspected by our office, and a small amount of trash and debris was beginning to accumulate in the backyard. On February 3rd, 2025, our office received a complaint from Tempe PD for an unsecured building, homeless trespassing at the property, and for trash, litter, and debris. On February 2025, a 30-day notice to abate was posted to the property to remove the trash and debris. Also, in the same month of this year, February 14, an emergency notice to abate was posted to the property to secure the buildings. On the 19th, our office conducted of this year, February 19, 2025, our office conducted an emergency abatement to secure the unprotected doors and windows of the property. And as you'll see in the pictures, as of today, the property remains in violation for trash, litter, and debris in the front and the backyard. And also the side gate has been broken again, and it needs to be repaired.
Okay.
At this time, Madam Hearing Officer, I would like to present photos as of today, this morning. Actually, I'll present a couple of photos from the 19th, when we boarded up the property.
Okay.
This is the boarded up window that we did on the 19th of this year. And this is the side gate on the same day, on the 19th, that was repaired. And this following pictures are from this morning. This is the front of the property. As you can see, this is the side gate here. It's to the east side, and this is where the gate was broken.
Right.
Again. I'll show a better picture. And
That's
as
the
you can
piece of
see,
plywood.
yeah, that plywood that was repaired on the 19th, it's been broken down, and then you can see all the trash and debris all the way to the back of the property, and this is on the east side. The next few photos are going to be from the alley and the backyard as of this morning. This is from the alley, a broken gate, some trash and debris. And this is the backyard. And this is from the west side, taking a photo from the west side. As you can see, you know, all the trash and debris that has beginning to accumulate there. This is also the backyard. And the next few photos are from the center of the backyard. Here, it's more like the center of the backyard. Picture taken from the alley. Same thing here, part of the backyard towards the east side. And then the last photo will be that boarded up window that we repaired, and also the trash and debris towards the east side of the backyard, behind the building.
Wow. Okay, wow, this is, I would say, one of our top 10 offenders, I would think, within the city. I haven't seen anything like this in a while,
Yeah.
to be frank. Mr., I'm sorry, DeFara, is anyone on the line?
Madam Hearing Officer, no one online.
Okay, and again, I'll make a note, no one here in the chamber is here to address this issue. Well, gosh, going all the way back to May 2023, almost 2 years you've been at it, trying to stay on top of this property to no avail. And it just seemed, I don't know what the plan is of the property owner, but clearly not doing anything to remediate it, get it ready for sale, or do whatever. So I wish I could give you more than 180 days, but I
Yeah.
can't. That's my limitation.
If I may, Madam
Yes.
Hearing Officer, as stated before, we are seeking also approval to cover the emergency abatement conducted on
Oh, okay.
19.
I can do that
2024.
retroactively?
Yes, Madam
that-
Hearing Officer, you can, and
Okay.
it gives the opportunity for the property owner to appeal.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's make sure that that goes into the minutes of the meeting, that
Yeah.
that emergency abatement was approved.
Just, yeah, this is to secure the buildings and, you know, any trash and debris moving forward, and also secure the property for future if needed.
Okay. Great. Well, I will go ahead and grant your requests then, the emergency and the 180-day. And I think that gives you the tools you need at the
Correct,
moment,
yeah.
correct?
Yep.
Okay. Contained in case CE 233033 for the property at 2117 East Howe Avenue. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Hearing Officer. A good evening.
You too. So that concludes our agenda for the afternoon. Do we have any announcements, Mr. DeFara?
Madam Hearing Officer, one announcement. Our next hearing officer is scheduled for Tuesday, April 1st at 5 o'clock here in the council chambers and live on Tempe Channel 11.
Perfect. Well, I'll make a note of that, and if that's the only announcement, we're adjourned. Thank you.